On the 18th of September this year, Scotland will vote in a referendum on whether it wishes to become an independent state. Not only do I think this is a very bad idea and that Scotland, England, Wales, Northern Ireland are better remaining together, I also want to challenge the assertion by the nationalist government and by Alex Salmond, the First Minister, that because Scotland has been a member of the EU as part of the United Kingdom for the last 40 years, that if the Scottish people vote by a majority for independence, Scotland would simply seamlessly continue as an EU member without having to go through the process of applying for membership. Well, in fact, we know now from the President of the European Commission, José Manuel Barroso, and from Herman Van Rompuy, the President of the European Council, both of them, and they are surely the leading experts, both of them have said that the treaties, for instance the Treaty of Lisbon, applies to the 28 member states, of which the UK is one. Any part of a member state which withdraws from that member state and becomes independent withdraws from the European treaties. The treaties would no longer apply to it. That would be the case with Scotland. It would then be treated like a third country and would have to make application to join the EU from the outside. Now, that process can take a very long time. I've no doubt that Scotland, with all its resources and the fact that it has been a member of the UK and a member of the EU for the past 40 years, the process would be relatively hazard-free, but it would take a long time. What happens in the meantime to the 165,000 people in Scotland who work in financial services? What happens to all the farmers and their single farm payments in the 2 years or more that it would take for Scotland to be on the waiting list trying to become a member of the EU? And at the end of the day, any revision of the treaties to allow Scotland to become a member requires a unanimous vote in the 28 member states. It requires a 75% majority in the Parliament, in the European Parliament, with Spain, France, Italy and some other countries nervous about giving encouragement to their own separatist movements. It cannot be guaranteed that that unanimity or 75% majority of MEPs voting in favour could be established. There is also another thing. The SNP say that we are intending in an independent Scotland to keep the pound. They say, rather ridiculously in my estimation, that Scotland, although it becomes in their book an independent country, would wish to have a member of the Bank of England Unitary Monetary Policy Committee. This is not, again, possible. Any country applying to join the EU has no option under the Lisbon Treaty but to join the Eurozone. So keeping the pound is not possible. It is completely out of the equation. Any country under the Lisbon Treaty joining the EU must join the borderless Schengen zone. There would be no possibility of an opt-out for Scotland as a new member state. That means borders would have to be erected between Scotland and England, our biggest trading partner. That means every time you jump on the shuttle from Edinburgh or Glasgow to London, you would have to change, you'd have to show your passport and use euros. I mean, our biggest trading partner is England. This whole thing would be reckless and ridiculous. So what we are being told in Scotland's Future, the white paper published by the SNP at the end of last year, is absolute nonsense. Their position on Europe is not sustainable. It is wrong. We're being deluded if we think that Scotland will continue as a seamless member of the European Union, when in fact it will have to apply to join and will have to join the Eurozone and have to have Schengen borderless area controls. Thank you.